Like all babies, little Grace here can look at the faces of primates, like these lemurs, and actually tell one from another.
Where's he going?
But what's interesting is that her older sister can't.
Scratch.
To her, all these lemurs look the same. So how are you doing? Well, let's make it easier for you. Can you tell them apart now? Because it turns out that even people who've spent a lifetime studying primates like these lemurs can't tell their faces apart. But just like little Grace, there was a time in our lives when all of us could. And scientists at Sheffield University have proved it. They showed primate faces to two sets of babies. One group under 6 months, the other over 9 months. To start with, all the babies looked at the faces and their attention was held. But when the researchers tried again with a different face, the results were astonishing. The older babies refused to look at the new face. They were bored. They thought they'd seen it before. Clearly, they couldn't see the difference in the two faces. But when the younger babies were shown the new face, it was a different story. They were fascinated. That's because they could see that this was a different lemur. But in order to get on in a world of humans, all babies have to lose this extraordinary skill. So what happens to make a baby's brain more like their parents?
A baby's brain is a little bit like this tray of cress, with all the seeds representing individual connections or synapses, all doing different jobs.
From the moment they're born, the number of connections flourishes, leaving babies with 1.5 times as many synapses as an adult. This gives them skills they will simply never need, like recognizing the difference in primate faces. Our brain now has too many synapses. It needs to specialize. Which connections live and die depends on who we look at. Human babies grow up looking almost entirely at human faces. So the connections that process these continue to survive and grow. What babies don't use, they lose, including the connections that recognize primate faces. This means by 10 months, their skills at recognizing the difference in human faces are better than ever. As babies, our synapses are pruned to make us expert at dealing with other human beings, which is just as well, because the world around us is about to get far more complicated.